Welcome, new Party Pals volunteer. I am thrilled that you have chosen to serve with us. Cause for Celebration is run entirely by volunteers, and they are a vital part of our organization. Our volunteers play a key role in a number of activities, including planning and facilitating the parties, supporting fundraising initiatives, helping raise awareness, and performing administrative duties from home. I hope that you find the task of your particular job description to be fulfilling, and that your volunteer experience with us is rewarding and positive. This training video was designed to provide details about the history of the organization, outline the roles and responsibilities of our volunteers, and explain how our parties are made possible. Welcome to Cause for Celebration. I look forward to serving with you. Take a moment to think about your best or favorite childhood memory. What were you doing? Who was there? Well, for many of us, the answer to that question might look like this. This is my 4th birthday, and although I was very small, for me it feels like yesterday. I grew up in a single-family household in South Central LA. Most days were rough, but birthdays were always special. My mom would spend the entire year saving so my sister and I could have parties on our birthday. They were a big deal for us and created family memories that I'll cherish forever. These memories are the very reason why I created Cause for Celebration. Cause for Celebration all started with a conversation that I had with my daughter Chloe when she was 5 years old. Although her birthday was still 6 months away, she was sharing with me all of the ponies and castles and big decorations that she wanted. Wanting to teach her to be grateful for what she had, I explained to her that there were children all over the world whose families didn't have the luxury of providing a birthday party for their children. To that she responded, "Well, that can't be true because every kid has a birthday and so every kid gets a birthday party." And I explained to her, "No, that's not true. Every kid does not get a birthday party. Unfortunately, there are parents who can't afford to give their children birthday parties." And of course, my sassy 5-year-old looked at me and said, "Well, you like to throw parties, maybe you should do something about it." And I said, "Well, maybe I will." And that's how it all started. In November 2011, Cause for Celebration was founded with the mission to provide homeless and foster youth with the opportunity to build positive self-worth through the power of celebration. In our first year of existence, Cause for Celebration partnered with one shelter in the Torrance area, and we provided one large monthly birthday celebration to all of the children who had a birthday that month. At the end of that year, we realized that we wanted to provide the children with an opportunity to have their own party, with just their friends and family and the focus on them. After working hard to redesign our program and mobilize our volunteers, in 2014, Cause for Celebration began providing individual birthday parties for homeless and foster youth. Every month, Cause for Celebration provides between 5 to 8 birthday parties across Southern California. Each child is given a set number of invitations to invite friends or family. We work with the parents to create a wish list, which includes everything from theme, food, and what games will be played. The children also receive a special birthday gift. The entire day is about self-celebration and showing every child that they are loved, valued, and deserve to be celebrated. Through the individual approach, we don't just celebrate the kids, we celebrate what is unique and special about them. You might be wondering where the families come from. We currently have 10 partner shelters and facilities across Southern California that we support. The majority of our partners are based in the greater Los Angeles area and provide temporary housing from 30 days up to 2 years. One thing they all have in common is that they all have children who aren't being celebrated, and we are working with them to change that. So how does it all happen? Well, our party planning process starts 30 to 60 days before the child's birthday. Our administrative team works with the shelters and the families to gather applications, themes, and venues. Party venues are almost always a park or community center near the family shelter because the majority of our families don't have transportation. So once the venue is booked and the theme is set, we forward this information to our party planners, who then work in teams of 2 to organize and facilitate the parties. In order to provide each child with a standard level of celebration that positively represents the organization, the following outline is followed. While changes may be necessary to the timing in order to accommodate the parent or guardian, all parties contain at least 3 games and activities, lunch, and favors. Decorations are designed by the party planners, and each team is provided a standard amount of supplies to which they can add to. So how much does all of this cost? Above, you'll see a breakdown of our average party cost. We work hard to reuse materials that we can, such as games and decorations, and we also receive large in-kind donations for decorations and other things that help. But if and when we do have to pay for everything, these are the average costs, which total $250 per party. Cause for Celebration is run entirely by volunteers. Every single person supporting the organization is a volunteer. Without our volunteers, none of our programs and services would be possible. Our structure allows for a volunteer position to be found in every aspect of our business. Administrative volunteers plan and facilitate all of the operational and executive responsibilities, and party planners work together in teams of 2 to organize and facilitate the parties the day of. As a volunteer-based organization, we recognize that it would be impossible to accomplish our mission without the sacrifices our volunteers make on behalf of the children and families we serve. We pledge to always appreciate our volunteers' time and talent. We aim to recruit volunteers that reflect the diversity of cultures and backgrounds found in the communities we're supporting. We are dedicated to creating a pleasant and welcoming environment in which our volunteers are utilized to their highest potential. We are committed to fostering a community of do-gooders that connects and engages individuals in the community, creating change through volunteering. Cause for Celebration is run entirely by volunteers, and they are a vital part of our organization. Before you volunteer at one of our parties, we require all candidates to participate in a volunteer screening. Screening is a process that allows us to select the most suitable candidates for particular roles and engage them in a way that ensures success for the volunteer and the organization. This also ensures the safety of all our volunteers and the family and friends attending the birthday parties. To complete the screening process, we ask that you provide and complete the following: an application form, background check, online training, agreement for volunteer involvement, standard release form, and a volunteer pledge. We ask all of our volunteers to meet a standard level of commitment to the organization by participating in no less than 3 parties throughout the year, attending quarterly volunteer meetings, and supporting or volunteering at least 1 fundraiser per year. Volunteers are asked to support our fundraising efforts by participating at or volunteering at least 1 fundraiser during the year. Which fundraiser and how you participate is completely up to you. You don't necessarily have to donate. You can volunteer at a fundraiser or help us with organizing the fundraiser. We keep track of your selections through the volunteer pledge. Please take a moment to review our frequently asked questions. If you are interested in becoming a party planner or an administrative volunteer, the next steps would be to complete an online application and the volunteer pledge. Then, as a party planner, you'll submit a background check, or as an administrative volunteer, you'll select an available role and begin your training. Thank you for your interest in serving with Cause for Celebration. If you have any questions regarding this training, please feel free to reach out to us at volunteer@causeforcelebration.org.